What's up, guys? New year, new me. Well, it's the same old me, just trying to glow up. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So today I am just starting out with cleaning up my brows. I like the way my brows looked in my previous video, so I decided to just go ahead and redo it that way and see if maybe I might just start doing my videos in a different way. But let's just roll with it and see what happens, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the NYX eyeshadow primer, and I put that on my eyelids, and I like to blend it in with my finger. So I went in with a P. Louis base Rumour 2, and I put that on my eyelids, and I blended it out with one of the Carity brushes. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't remember the exact names of the brushes I used in this video, so I'm so sorry. Forgive me. But I blended that out, and after I blended it out, I go back in and I added a little bit more of the P. Louis base to give me that next level smoothness, you know? So it just makes it all nice and even, and you get a good buildup of product. If you try to do it all at once, it doesn't come out right. So I like to do it in 2 steps. So after I blend it out, I'm going in today. We're going to be using the JUVIA'S Magic Mini Palette. And this palette is new to me, but it is a very pretty palette. So I wanted to just go ahead and try it out and see what it's all about, you know? So first I went in with the shade Zakia, and I put that in my crease area. I'm looking down because it's easier for me to identify where my crease is, and also to just go ahead and build up my shadows in the right place. So I put Zakia in my crease, and I just kept doing the tap and flick motion until I had enough. And then I blended it out ever so lightly. Now, after I did that, I went in with the shade Nana, and I used Nana to blend out the edges of Zakia. After I felt that I had blended out everything enough, I go in with the shade Ife and Yejide, I'm pretty sure it's Yejide, and I use like really slightly tap, slight circular motions to apply it. After I realized I wanted to be really intense, I just went in and just applied it until it was really, really intense. And then I went in with Zakia and I blended everything out really nice and smooth. And then I went back in a little bit with Ife and Yejide, and I added some more to make sure that it was really, really intense and really, really popping. And I just blended out so it was nice, deep, and intense. So after it was as intense as I wanted it to be, I went in with the P. Louis base Rumour. I'm pretty sure I went back in with Rumour 2, and I cut my crease. This cut crease took me so long to do because I wanted it to be perfect, you guys. Because the last time I rushed to do my cut crease, one eye was cut bigger than the other eye, and it just bugged me. Okay, so after I cut my crease, I went in with the shade Faso, and I put Faso on both sides of the cut crease, like the outer and the inner parts of the cut crease, because I had a look in mind. But as I was applying it, I didn't like how Faso was looking on the outer part of the cut crease. So, I just abandoned the idea I had in my head because it wasn't manifesting the way that I wanted it to, and put Buzzo on the outside of the cut crease because this just was not looking the way I wanted it to, you know? So I used a different brush and I put Buzzo on the outside, and I just made sure that the line was really nice and smooth and perfect. And then I applied the shade Nubia in the middle, but that footage got lost. So I put the shade Nubia, which is that gold shimmer shade, in there. I put that in the middle, and then I blended all three shades together. So this is what that blend looks like. Now, you know, I took Nubia and put in the middle and then blended that into Buzzo, and then I took the shade Faso and blended that into the shade Nubia. That way it was a nice smooth gradient look. So after everything was blended and I liked how it looked, I took the shade Ife and Yejide and I used that to just sort of just disappear that line directly on the outside, you know, like exactly where I put it. And I just took my time and blended it so that it didn't take over everything. I just wanted to disappear that line. So I'm going in with the Too Faced Hangover primer because I like this primer for when I'm going to use that NYX foundation, because it's a very nice, it feels like lotion primer, you know. It helps it not matte me to death, you know what I mean? Like it just gives me that nice feeling skin. And then I went in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Deep Espresso. And because Deep Espresso is a little too red on my skin tone, I went in with some blue cream color and I added that to my face. And then I went in with a little bit of a yellow cream color to kind of sort of help balance it out. But I don't think I put enough blue because the foundation was still slightly too red. But after I applied it, I went ahead and blended everything in, and I should have added more of the blue to it, but next time. So after everything was blended out, I went in with the NYX HD concealer in the shade Deep Rich. Now, Deep Rich is not usually the color I use. I usually use Cappuccino. I don't know what possessed me to use Deep Rich, but Deep Rich was almost the same shade as the foundation I put on, so it did nothing for me. And then I went back in with the Too Faced multi-use concealer in the shade Cocoa, and I applied just a little bit and I blended that out, and I think that brightened up a little bit. But next time, or in my previous video, I used the same foundation, except I used the Too Faced concealer, so that actually made it look better. Never again. I'm not using Deep Rich with a foundation that's this deep again. Okay, so after I blended out Cocoa, I went in with Koivuka contour stick in the shade Onyx, and I used that to go ahead and contour my face. She has bronzers available now, so just head on to her website and buy it, because those things run out really, really fast, and I'm still waiting to get mine. So I went ahead and contoured my face, and after I contoured it, I blended it out with one of the Jessup contour brushes. then I moved on to setting my face with the Ben Nye chestnut powder. I mean, Ben Nye nutmeg. Wow. You guys, I'm so sorry. I used the Ben Nye nutmeg powder to set my face. Okay, so after my face was set, I used the new Thrive Cosmetics brow primer. I think it's a brow gel. It's a black brow gel. I don't even know what it's called, but I used that on my brows. And after I did that, I went in with the Beauty Bakery dark brown brownies, and I used that to go ahead and fill in my brows. So this is the way I've been doing. I did my brows in my last video, and I'm doing it again in this video. I just lined the bottom. Well, I followed the concealer that I did, and then I lined the top, and then I filled the insides, and then I put the strokes in the front. Like, that's about it. If you want me to do a detailed brow video, just let me know down below. Okay, so after the brows were done, I went in with the Koivoka Classic Setting Powder in the shade Deep, and I used that to go ahead and set my contour. And after that was done, I took the shade that we use as our first transition shade, which is Zakia in the Magic Mini palette. And I used that as blush because I was too lazy to go look for my actual blush palette. Don't blame me. But I like how it came out. It looks good. And then I went ahead and lightly contoured my nose. Okay, so after that was done, I took this shade Zakia again, and I put that on my lower eyelids, and I blended it out really, 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 really beautifully. Now, after that was done, I took the shade Ike and Yejuma? Ife and Yejide, and I blended that out on my lower eyelids, and then I went in with a black pencil, and I used that to kind of sort of line my eyes, but it's not like a really precise liner. It was just more like a blacken my lash line area kind of liner. And then after that was done, I applied my lashes, and then I went in with the ColourPop lip liner in the shade Pitch. I really like Pitch. I have one that's done. And then I went in with Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Suck It. And also the Hooded Beauty matte lipstick in the shade... Oh, what the hell is the name of that shade? It starts with an F. God damn it, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the shade I'm putting on top right now. So I will go ahead and leave it down below in the description box. Also, in 2019, I'm going to do my very best to put down items I use down below in the description box so you can see. But I'm also going ahead and highlighting my face with the shade Diamond Fire from Too Faced and from the Pretty Rich collection. And you guys, this is it. You know, let me know down below in the comments what you think about this look. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.